Hey everyone, how you doing? Saturday, bit of a busy morning. Um, Recorded three podcasts. Just got to edit them, convert them into podcasts and videos, get them uploaded. Hope you're all okay. Anyone who's watching, replay or live, please do join live if you can. But if not, it's totally fine watching the replays as well. We have fun doing what we do. Hey George, party people. Well, it's just you and me at the minute. But yeah, party people, we're here. How are you? How's your Saturday so far? Hope it's going well. Hey Charlie. How's things with you today? Ah, yes, it's your Easter Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. That Brighton SEO was a bit of a letdown, wasn't it, Charlie? It was a bit, It felt like it was more an event for people to just come and share what they're doing. No, to promote themselves rather than be a really good, useful event. I thought it was really poor. This was the Brighton SEO event that I joined in and was watching yesterday, bits and pieces and stuff. And Charlie and Michelle, who are usually here, were watching it as well. Obviously, Charlie and Michelle are watching it for other reasons, right? But they were watching it as well, and I was just a bit like, I was expecting a lot more from it. Um, it just felt more like a promo event for the speakers, and I thought it was just the wrong context, the whole thing. And I bet we could do our own. I bet we could gather people from here. It'd all have to be for free, obviously. But we could stage our own event, maybe, and be much more we could do our own. Probably more hassle, but What? Hey, Gerald. Gerald, I just sent you a message. So Gerald, you got to click the content tab. So in your image, right? So this is a question to Gerald, answer to Gerald. When you've clicked archive, you're on background. You got to click content. So what you got to do, Gerald, is go through the tabs that are available to you. Yeah, it wasn't just that one, George. There was one about growing your agency. There was one about core web vitals. All she did on that one, right, was promote WP Rocket and Perf Matters, and she did a bit of stuff. There was some useful stuff, but it was mainly promoting them. And I was a bit like, so if you were a client of theirs, all they're going to do is say, yeah, use Perf Matters and WP Rocket. So they're not really doing the groundwork of they're not really improving your web vitals. They're letting that, they're not. I just felt it just didn't feel right to me. I'm working on my son's YouTube channel in a weird way. I don't want to go into too much detail yet, but my son's YouTube channel. I'm trying to design him a new logo. So I've got 3 videos. Hey Atif, how you doing? Hope you're good too. I did 3 videos this morning. I need to edit them and upload them for podcast and video. do with scams and web, you know, all that stuff I went on about yesterday about web agencies and what gets me mad about how they sometimes abuse their trust and all that. Got that video. But before I do that, while I'm chatting to all of you wonderful people, I'm working on my son's YouTube channel logo. Because guess what he wants for his birthday in 12 days' time? 7th birthday. Guess what he's asked for? What do you think a 7-year-old would ask for as a birthday present? What would... Go on, have a think. Have a think about this. He loves playing on his PlayStation 5 and Fortnite and Minecraft, and he does videos and all sorts. What do you think he's asked for his 7th birthday in 12 days' time? You are not going to guess this. You're going to be so like, what? For real? Seriously, what do you think he's asked for? Go on, go for it. What do you think he's asked for? And I'm trust me, you're going to be surprised when you realise what it is he's asked for. You're going to be like, no way. Like, seriously? Tesla. Something PlayStation related. A website. For God, get out of here, Charlie. He ain't getting a website. Your son, YouTube. Ah! George has got it. George has got it. YouTube gear. He literally came to me. He was like, Dad, I need some merch. I was like, you what? He goes, I need some merch. I need some merchandise. I need a cap, a t-shirt. I need my logo. Boom, boom, boom. And I said, yeah, okay, we need to sort that out. Then, luckily, he got a t-shirt, which I wasn't too bothered about. In fact, it was a yellow sweatshirt, right? He got up, got a pen, and wrote his name, his channel name across his sweatshirt. Rah, rah, Raheem. I half laughed. My wife didn't laugh. She was like, what the hell? I was like, look, just let it go, all right? He's just having a bit of fun. Let it go. He understood he's not allowed to do it on any others, though. So when you add short... No, Gerald, you don't add the short... You don't add the short code to the link. You add the short code to the content. To the content. You add it to the... You add the short code to the content. Have you watched a video on the testimonial carousels? I've sent it to you a while ago, Gerald. So what you do is you create your short code. Sorry, no. You create your template. Saved. You get the short code for the template. You add that into the content. You don't add it to the link or anything like that. You add it into the content. You make the link, clear the content, clear the title, clear everything, clear it all, and add it into the content. Add it into the content. I'm gonna learn in an air tonight, singing Dayo, baby, let's go. Tonight, singing A-O, baby, let's go. Gonna rock all night, rock all night. We're gonna make it rock like it's dynamite. Yep, so content, and then you add it there. So I'm trying to create this logo for my son. The thing is, though, he loves, like, you know, the hacker masks. You know, the V for Vendetta, the Guy Fawkes one. And I'm very, like, is that really what we want to be promoting? You know, anarchy. Do I really want to be promoting anarchy with him? So I'm trying to make it more fun. So I'm actually trying to create one for him in a unique way that is actually more happier. Is that even possible? Can I create one that's not as not aggressive, but you know, I don't want to create one that's... I think you get where I'm going with it, right? You know, I don't want him to start falling into the whole anarchy, rebel, let's break everything kind of mindset. But yeah, I got some videos I got to edit later. Hey David, how you doing? So I was just saying that I've done 3 videos today that I've got to edit and upload for podcasts and videos. Just advised a couple of my clients need to update their domain DNS name server thingies. Just because of a SiteGround server change, and both of them said they'd done it, and now I'm like, you haven't done it, so go and do it, because next month, if that messes up, you can't come back to me, right? So update your DNS name server. Um, yeah, yeah. Na 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 na. We're gonna rock it up. Yeah, totally right, Atif. Totally, isn't it? I mean, suddenly you start going, oh, we could use it for this, we could use it for that, we could it doesn't even have to be a fixed position. It could be absolute, right? Could be an absolute, where it could be for a particular testimonial section. You could have case studies, and now you have 3 case studies, and they speak and all that. You could do all that. Yeah, so George, that one, so I've got quite a few carousel and slider videos already that cover that. Yeah, that SiteGround email. These 2 clients told me they'd done it. They told me they'd done it, and now I'm saying to them, you haven't done it. You haven't done it. Just go back and double check. Yeah, right. Okay, wait, hold on. So Gerald, right, now you've done it, publish the page, and then view it. Hit preview. Hit preview. You have to see a shortcode, you have to hit preview. So say publish it and hit preview. And you need to get rid of that button. So you're not, I don't think you're following this, Gerald. You need to clear the button text and the link. Clear it. Clear the button text. Sorry, let me say this again. You need to clear. Right, hold on. Let me share the screen just so this makes sense. Right, so Gerald, stay here. Stay here, Gerald. Oh, man. Where's my screen gone? Right, okay, so Gerald. Right, stay here. But, right, Gerald, look, here, right? You need to clear this. Clear this field. Yep, slide heading, clear it. Where it says click here, clear it. Where it has link, clear it. Here is all you should have, like you've done. Everything else clear. Publish it, and then view it in preview. You need to do that. Yep. And then that should do you. That should do it. My son ain't gonna be happy. I'm adding a smiley face to his logo. He's gonna be like, "What you done here? What the hell is this? Hackers don't smile." Well, they do in my book, mate. They do in my book. So you either like it or you don't like it. Wait, light it up. Bum, bum, bum. Light it up. Bum, 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 bum. We're gonna light it up. We're gonna light it up. Hey, Peter. Liking it. Yeah, we'll leave that behind now, right? I'll tell you what, working on this logo ain't half painful, you know, for my son, because I'm trying to make it good, but then I'm like, does that really work? Is that working? Is he gonna like it? Do I care if he likes it? And then you kind of go, yeah, I do care if he likes it, because if he doesn't like it, it kind of becomes pointless, right? So how's that looking, Gerald, after I've told you to do what I've told you to do, which is delete the header, delete the click button, publish it, preview? How is that looking now? It will depend on your template. So this is the key thing, right, Gerald? Here's the key thing. If your call to action is that big... No, but Gerald, wait, hold on a second. If it is this big, right? I know George, he'll have an opinion, but Gerald... If your call to action is this big, your template must also be this big. Right? If your template is like that, and your call to action is like that, right? Doesn't work. So I am going to, Gerald, I'm going to log into your website because you're saying it's not working, and I need to now see what do you mean by it's not working. So let me now log into your website. Budding, ding. Yeah, but Gerald, remember, right? That template I did was for something else. Now your slide height is different. Now your layout is different. So what you can't do is say, well, I put that in ages ago. So because the estate on your page has changed, you have to now work with the new estate. But let me go in and have a look. I'm going to go in right now and have a look. So hold on. Right, so can you paste the name of the template? What's the name of the template? Get ready, everyone. Gerald's going to tell us the name of the template. Get ready. Get your hacking gear on, George. What's the name of your template? What's the name of the template? Is it archive slide? Is it archive slide, Gerald? Archive slide, it is archive slide. Yep, sorry, right. So archive slide. Let me go in. I'm going in. Catch me if I fall down. Oh yeah. Right, so right, so I've gone into your archive slide. Okay, so so Gerald, right now your archive slide, okay, right, your archive slide is full width, right? You've got a 60 VH for your vertical height, but your slide. So I'm going to take over your landing page now. I'm taking over your landing page, so I've booted you out of your own website. Boom. So if we now go to the slide, okay, the height here for your slide is 67 VH, but your template is 60. So your VH does not match, number one. In fact, shall I share the screen, everyone? Give me a yeah if you want me to share the screen. Give me a yeah. Give me a yeah. Or I won't. Actually, I won't. Right, so number one is... oh, no, hold on. Right, hold on. Let me just resize everything here. Hey, Mark. Right, so Gerald, number one, okay. Your slide here... Now, I'm not going to comment on the colour of the buttons or anything like that, okay? That's not why I'm here. I'm just trying to make it work for what Gerald is doing. So over here, your VH is 60, but if you go to your page and you go to your slide, it is 67. So we're going to make this be 67. Right? So you got to get your estate to match. Second thing is over here, your buttons are a little bit scrunched up. So look, you've got no spacing in your buttons over here. So I would, you know, I don't know, let's give it about 20. No, 20 is too small. Let's go with 30, right? So your buttons, you haven't put any sizing. You haven't put any. Yeah, look, all your buttons are a little bit. You haven't added in any margin. So first thing you need to do, Gerald, is you need to go in and do some margining on your buttons. All right. So let me just quickly do it. Button 1. Button 2. We'll have 20's too small. Hold on. How have you done your buttons? Because your buttons are now overlapping. Why are your buttons overlapping? What have you done there? Let me go to your column. Yeah, 2%, 50, style, layout, horizontal align. We'll go for start. You got your buttons, custom, width. I'm not sure why your buttons are overlapping like that. That doesn't make sense. Why are your buttons overlapping? Why are your buttons overlapping? Oh, because you've done this, 14%. Right, you don't need to do that, okay? Let's just get rid of that, okay, for starters. Right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Let me get rid of that 0. Let me get rid of that 0. Let me get rid of that 0. And let's get rid of that 0 as well. Right, okay, so now I'm just going to adjust these to be a little bit more respectful. Column, paste, paste, paste. All right, okay, so that's sorted out your buttons number 1. So your you're applying a percentage to a button, which is going to cause them to start overlapping depending on the size of the screen and all of that. So let's update that for starters, right? Now, when we go over to your slide here, what are landing pages? What? Right, back over to here. Which one was your archive one? Is it item? Is it this one here? Right, so if we go to your content and we now preview the changes. There's your archive, but can you see, because your width, so Gerald, did you actually hit preview? Look, because I can see it, right? So because of the width of your estate, this is where you now have to be a bit careful. So let's get rid of this preview, right? This, at the moment, this entire section is a full width section. The problem we've got, though, is that your estate doesn't go all the way. So let's go back over to your slide. In your column, you need to get rid of this bit here. You need to get rid of that. That's number 1. So get rid of the column margin of 50% because it causes an overlap. Number 2, you got to go to your text editor and give it a 50% for that one. Whoops. Give that the 50%. So now the 50% only applies to the text editor, not to the whole column. So if I now update that and I go back over here to where you've got your page, like so, and we now preview that, okay, and we go here. Oops, sorry, where is it? There we go. Oh no, sorry, hold on. This is a bit wrong as well. Wait, that should be left. That should be... Did you not set your style? on your pages, the alignment. So you got to make these consistent, because look, they're not all consistent at the moment, right? So there you go. If you make it centered, the minute you have a long word, it looks odd. There you go. Look, that's now. It doesn't look exactly how you want. I think you need to work on it. This blue color doesn't work for me. No, but Gerald, I think you have to, right, Gerald, this is where I am going to now be the teacher, okay? And I'm going to tell you something now, right? If in here you've put your title, you've got to set your alignment. If you do a text editor, you've got to set your alignment. So what I'm saying is, don't leave stuff like this blank. Always go through the settings methodically. But that should now do it. That should now do it. I'll stop sharing this. So it's, you know, I would say you got to go through your slides though and make them consistent, because you have got alignment differences in there at the moment. But the theory behind everything is start with one, make that perfect. By the way, all we've done is the desktop. Now you got to go into mobile view and check how does it look in the mobile view. Because in the mobile view, right, let me show everyone the problem you're going to have. Look at this. This is the mobile view, right? Number one, the header's not even visible because of the picture. So you got to think about the colors of the picture now as well. This is where image placement, the colors we use are so important. The wording you can hardly read. And the buttons now start to do this overlap effect. So what you can't do is say, brilliant desktop, and then run outside and go, yay! You can't do that. What you got to do is start thinking about layout, placement, things like that. And it's more work, but what you should do is you're going to have a slider. You then create your template and work on that one slider and get it, you know, get it dead right. And then work on the other things. But yeah, go back and review the mobile. Yeah, I'm coming out the site, Gerald. Short codes don't always show the short code, so you got to go to preview, which is annoying, but you just open another screen and go preview. How many screens do you have, Gerald, when you're working? One screen or two? Because anyone out there that has two screens, the way I like to work is I'm working here on the MacBook, and then over here I've got I've got OBS, I've got the chat, I have a preview screen here, I've got some Facebook, YouTube stuff going on over here, and I got my emails over here. I'm lucky because I've got a big screen. But when I'm working on a website, I'll have a screen here where I'm working on, and then over here I've opened the preview. The great thing about the preview is it automatically updates. So every time you do something here and you hit publish, it automatically updates your preview. So you can just go boom, 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 like a boom. You can do all that, okay? Hey, Catherine. Yeah, I mean, Atif, I've tried that, Atif, and I prefer to go desktop to mobile because then I can cut stuff out. But I know loads of people that start mobile first, and I think it's a good practice in both ways. Yeah, take care, Peter. All right. One, I got a MacBook. I have a MacBook. I'm using a MacBook, and then I got my MacBook screen, and then I have another monitor attached. You can have a small monitor, medium monitor, big monitor, but you have another monitor attached. I'm planning to maybe have a second monitor. I need to double check how I'm going to do that though. I don't think I can with what I've got. I don't think I can. The MacBook Air, the problem is that you don't get many ports. Very, very limiting. Trust me, it's limiting. But I would love to have another screen. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Singing day-o, baby, let's go. I wanna rock and baby in my life. Singing day-o, baby, let's go. I wanna rock all the time. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. I wanna rock it all day, no, in there, baby, let's go, go, go. Best stock for the Mac. Can you guys give me can you just give me 1 minute to go grab the dock? Catherine, I want to tell you what dock to get, okay? Because I tested tons of them. Hold on. Ooh, right, okay. Thanks for that, everyone. Okay. Sorry, I was muted. Sorry. Mute. Sorry. So, MacBook Air has 2 USB ports. And I wanted the full power of my internet. My Wi-Fi is about 90 megabytes. If I have an Ethernet cable fed in, 380 megabytes. So I wanted the full power of the internet. HDMI screen, the power for the MacBook, the adapter for this, loads of stuff. It's limited. I tested about 6 or 7 different adapters. There was always a problem or a limitation. And then I got this. This is the Anker, Anker. Okay. What's the official name for it? Yeah, here you go. You can just see it there. It's the Anker Power Expand 6-in-1 USB-C adapter, okay? That plugs in the USB-C port. That plugs into the MacBook. And here's what you get. I get 2 USB-Cs, which is fine. Sorry, USB 3 ports. Just 2. I'm okay with that. Ethernet cable, which works totally fine. By the way, I have 2 of these. This is so good. I've got one I'm using now, and I've got another one. So if I'm downstairs, I can use another one. It is so good. I went and got 2 of them. That's how good it is. I'm just letting my cat out. My cat was sat with me. So look, right, you got Ethernet cable, 2 USB 3 ports, Ethernet cable, and then over here you get your HDMI. You get your power USB, so you can feed power into your MacBook and all of that. And you have another USB-C port over there. Yeah, there you go. This is really, really good. Of all the devices I tested, this works proper solid. That is, the Ethernet bit is solid. The HDMI is solid. I mean, right now, I'm connected to a 49-inch ultra-wide screen right here. I've got my iPhone feeding in. I've got my Ethernet cable feeding in. I've got my power cable feeding in. I've got the microphone feeding in. And I still have... actually, I still have that USB-C port and one of these still free if I needed it, which I don't. So that's my recommendation. We've deviated, but I feel like that is a big, big recommendation. Anchor. So that's what I would recommend. You got it? Of course. Go with what you want to go with. By the way, never use what I tell you to use, alright? Always use what you prefer to use. I'm gonna rock your name. What do you mean error again? So, Gerald, you say error. What do you mean by error? What is the error? This Pepsi tastes really weird. Bit of a funny flavour there. What's up, Raheem? No, it's not ready yet, mate. I'm still... Hey? I've still got to work on it, mate. Is the name ready? No, Raheem, I'm still working on the... I'm on the live chat right now, so I'm still working on it. Great, right, but have you hit preview? Gerald, have you hit preview? Or opened your website incognito or private window? Have you done that? Have you done any of that yet, Gerald? Preview. All right, Gerald, let me just have a look. Gerald, what browser are you using? What browser are you using? Alright, switch to Chrome or Edge or something. Because I've just looked right on preview and it's fine. Yeah, but Gerald, Firefox always has a problem. Firefox is, in my opinion, it's one of the worst ones to use now. I know people love it, but I don't rate Firefox. But I would use Chrome or Edge or something. By the way, though, remember, Gerald, you've got two sections there. Section 1 was the old one. Section 2 is the new one. So, remember, your CTA is in Section 2. Your CTA is in Section 2. So make sure you're working on the right one. My damn cat keeps going in and out. I keep shutting the door, opening the door, shutting the door, opening the door, shutting the door, opening the door. And here he is, my little cat. He's not little. He's nearly 18 now, aren't you? Hey? He's nearly 18. He's becoming an old cat now. Yeah, but Gerald, what... I can't answer what worked then and what works now. I can't speak for that, but Firefox is not a goodie. The only thing I can think of there, Charlie, okay, is what that often means, Charlie, is that someone has tried to go to your website where they've typed in HTTP, or there's a link somewhere in the world that's got HTTP. Either someone has typed it or there's a really, really old link out there somewhere. I think it's the first one. Someone's typed in incorrectly. That's how you get notified with them. Someone has mistyped and it's managed to come to your site, or it's gone boop, boop, like that. Gerald, okay, I'm going to ask you to take a deep breath now, right? Section 1 was what it used to be. Then I created section 2, remember, so you had a copy. At the moment, your archive thing is in section 1. So you got to make a decision. Are you using section 1 or section 2? My opinion is you get rid of section 1. That's my opinion. You get rid of section 1 and you work on section 2. But you got to make a decision. You've got to make a decision over which section, because section 2 has the CTA, the call to action. Section 1 does not have the CTA, call to action. But you've got to make a decision. Oh. Yeah, cool. Now in section 2, in that section, now put in your shortcode for the archive. Now do it. We're gonna light it up like it's dynamite. Do 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 do. Yeah, take care, Catherine. Speak soon. See you later. Bye. Trying to find the right color for my son before he kills me. And he will kill me if I get this wrong. The little bleep, bleep, bleep. bleep 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 bloop boop 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 boop. Hey Andrew, how you doing? Yes, I heard you. Hey Jason, how are you too? Good to have you back. Dun, dun, dun. Na, na, na. Du, 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 du. Gerald, it's your template. I wouldn't touch your template. Your template is saved. I can't comment on the browser though, you know, because I can see it perfectly fine when I went into it, so it was there. Ah, good one, Atif. I'm doing okay, Jason, by the way. Just got to... I just have to edit and upload some videos. Hey, George. So Gabriel, I've been using that tutorial of yours to build my first company site. Ah, cool. I'm so glad that's helped, Gabriel. Gabriel? Might pronounce it wrong. So Abhijit, when it comes to onboarding a client, when you say onboarding, do you mean at the start of the project? Like where you're doing your spec and all of that? Or are you talking about handover? Because that kind of stuff we cover in our mastery membership. Let me get you the details for that. So Abhijit, we cover that off in our mastery membership. I mean, I can say to you that a lot of it depends on your spec, your branding, your colors, the need for the website, what's the client going to get out of the website. Yeah, I'll have a look. I'll have a look, Gerald. Yeah, I can see it. It's in. You need to go to a private window, maybe, Gerald, because I can see it. But you see, now you see the height of your section. Your CTA is now higher, so you got to increase the height of your slides. Look at this. Look at the height of your slides compared to your CTA. Your CTA is about that much bigger than your slide height. So adjust your slide height. You got to adjust your sizing now. Don't worry, you're nearly there. Trust me, you're nearly there, Gerald. Trust in me. Trust in me. Trust in me. Trust in me. No, it's nothing to do with Elementor. I think it's just I look. It could be loads of things. It could be your server. Well, it's not your server because that's host Elementor Cloud. It just could be your browsers, your internet, your machine. It might mean you need to clear your cookies. When was the last time you cleared your cookies? When was the last time you cleared your cookies? When was the last time you did your cookies? The thing is, though, it can't be Elemental, Gerald, because I can see it. So it's not Elemental. And on my machine, when I go to preview, I can see it. So I would just say, try incognito, private window. But what you're going to now do is you've got your slides. What I would say, though, Gerald, is, and I think here's the danger, yeah? Have you got your CTA to be exactly how you want? If you have, move on to your slides. If not, go back to your CTA. Sort the CTA out. When the CTA and the images and the content is done, then move on to the slides. In fact, go back to the CTA and check, is the CTA done for the mobile? Have you done the CTA for the mobile? Have you done the CTA for the mobile? Have you done the CTA for the mobile? Hey. Because if you haven't, then I think that's your danger point. Yeah, do the mobile. You got to do the mobile. If you don't do the mobile, believe me, you will regret it. I'm telling you now, you will regret it if you don't do that. What is my cat doing? He's like under the table. I think he's jumped into one of the cupboards. Where's he gone? Strider, what are you up to? Yeah, he's jumped into one of the cupboards. So make sure you whatever you do on the desktop, check it on the mobile. Make that perfect before you go to the slide. And here's the big reason why. You start trying to do two things. You're trying to make your slides fit, but that's not, CTA's not done. Then you mess around with the CTA, then it messes up the slide thing in terms of the height. Get one bit perfect, then work on that bit. Get that perfect, mobile, everything, all of that as well. Okay? You do that, and you'll be okay. What's up, Strider? Yeah, I know. Hello. But that's what I mean, Gerald. You've got to get it. So in your mobile, you'll have slides at the top and the CTA at the bottom. You've got to think about layout. Do you want to have your CTA above the slide above the CTA? You've got to think it through. So when you do your wireframing, when you're working out your layout, right? That's your desktop layout, but what's your mobile layout going to be as well? You gotta think it all through. It's got to be all methodical, and step by step. So don't go CTA slides and then another section, bit by bit. So Gabrielle says, do you think it makes sense to create movies and series content to attract clients for video production? If you're explaining what they will learn, Gabrielle, if you explain, Gerald, I'll answer your question in a moment. Right? Hold on. So, Gabrielle, if you explain what they're going to get out of it, what methods they're going to use, what software and technology, and the end game, and how it could help them, and what it could lead to, yes, then it is a very good idea to do it. Hey, Eric. So, Gerald, let me come back for now, right? If you imagine, right, you got a slice of bread and you want to make toast. You might get shown it. You might watch a video on, here's your bread, here's a toaster, whether it's a grill or a machine, whatever. Here's your butter, here's your jam, bum, 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 here's how you make it. But you've got to kind of go through it. And then you've also got to think about the stages. So let me give you a story. When I was at university in 1997, a friend of mine came from Perpignan. Hey, Atlantis. He came from Perpignan in France. He'd never seen a toaster in his life. He saw us making it, and then one day he did it himself. He got the bread. He put the cheese on the bread, and then put the bread with the cheese into the toaster. What do you think happened? With the electrics went off. Boom! For the entire block. We're talking about 100 students, and everyone's like, what the heck? Because he put the toaster in. So even though he'd seen us, he hadn't thought it through. So for me, it's like there's videos, there's guidance and all of that. So I would say, Gerald, even though it's new, if you watch our videos, our site tutorials, one of the ones I've done, hey Melissa, we do go through like in a methodical way. So we say, you do your section, your columns and your content. Then you check in the mobile. Then you go to the next section. But then also you think about your wireframe, your layout, how you're going to do it. So his mindset was, I got bread. He wants to toast it. But what he did wrong was he put the cheese on top of the bread and then put it in a toaster. So it's all about the methodology. What's the score, Melissa? What's the score? Arsenal and Man U. Chunaksh. How can we interact with students or customers on the LMS website? So So that is something I am actually looking into at the moment, Shanaksh. I mean, I don't want to say buddy press, but maybe buddy press. I don't know, but at the moment I'm still looking into that myself. Yeah, look, George has just said it. Buddy press. That's where I was going with it. But again, he's right. It depends on what interaction and what files and what you're sharing. Yeah, so Jason, so I still think that even after, so there's a lot of talk about people saying move away from page builders and Gutenberg and all of that. I'm still sticking with Elementor. I just feel like the amount of strength you can get out of Elementor compared to Gutenberg and all of these other, you know, like non-page builders. I just think I think the power is still with Elementor, in my opinion. I know George will still say Divi as well. But yeah, I just think that I just think there's more to learn, and it's almost undoing methodology. But I could be proved wrong this time next year. I might go, oh, you know what? Maybe Elementor was not the way to go. I don't know. But page builders evolve more. It's like I said, if you think about it, non-page builders, they're like here, right? And they're getting better. But then you have Divi, Elementor, Webflow, all of these other solutions, right? Gutenberg gets better, and they go, woo, 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 right? So it's a bit like, and if you imagine in 5 years' time when Gutenberg is as good as Elementor, where the heck will Elementor be? Probably bankrupt. But where will they be in 5 years? They'll be like right up there. You know, in the 2.5 years I've been using Elementor, the evolution is like, it's getting better and better and better. No, it won't become defunct. I don't think. Yeah. Jason, do you remember I've said about clickbait titles? Do you remember I've spoken about clickbait titles? You know, the end of Elementor, the end of page builders. It's like, you know, the video I did yesterday, I could have titled it with the end of chatbots. Maybe that's what I should have done. The end of chatbots. It's a bit clickbaity, isn't it? Because my video is not the end of chatbots. It's not even a chatbot, it's just a video, isn't it? It's just an alternate way of human interaction. It's not a chatbot. It's not a chatbot killer. But I could have done the end of chatbots. But I just don't like to go down that road. I feel like it's just... it's annoying. Yeah, Carapace, I think we're still a month away from that. And I now think the reason why Elementor haven't done the mega menu, when you think about it, I think the reason they've not done it, and I know it's on the cards, they're waiting for the Flex container to be out, and then the solution they do for the mega menu will be for the Flex container, right? Why would you create a solution for the mega menu with sections and columns? I think they'll do it. They'll wait for the Flexbox container to come out, and then the mega menu will come out. Because otherwise they're going to have to redo loads of stuff on that. So I think the mega menu solution will come out with the Flexbox container. Well, in some way, George, the Flexbox container helps with the speed and the bloat a little bit, and I think it's I agree, Atif, and I would like to think that once they get the Flex container, the mega menu, I think what they need to really do, right, what they really need to do is bring out some more WooCommerce features. That would be great, number one. You know the stuff you get with Shop Engine, with Themify, the filtering's not. They need to kind of do that within Elementor, right? Posts, Elementor posts. We need to move away from using LE custom skins, right? So they need to make the posts better, the WooCommerce features better. I'm trying to think here. Mega menu, obviously. I mean, we do now have custom icons in beta. You saw my video about custom icons for the navigation toggle. Great, we've got that. But what we need to do is introduce animated toggle icons. So you don't have to do it with code and stuff. Bring it all in. Hey, look, the text box. There's a bit of code you have to add to remove the extra line return at the end of a text box. That should be native. Stop the accordion first tab from automatically opening. That should be native. Hovering over a icon or a column for it to then make something else reveal. That should be native. So there's quite a lot of stuff that I say they should make native. But you see, a lot of the WooCommerce active, I think there's so much more stuff and styling they could introduce. That should be native. You know, so Woolentor, Woolimentor, Shop Engine, Themify for filtering. Bring it all in-house somehow. Yeah, global section spacing, you know. So I think there's quite a bit. Your CTA is dependent on your image and your content, Gerald. So your CTA is your image. So go into one of your first CTA, look at the image height, and adjust that. I think it was image height. It's one of those options. You got to adjust that. Raheem, can you come upstairs for a minute? And he's gone outside. I called him up, but he's gone outside. Yeah, but the red is becoming larger, but the image smaller. Yeah, I mean, what I would love to see, George, is a full-on roadmap. So, Gerald, Gerald, I want you to stop working for a moment. Just write down here what you want to do with your CTA. Do you want to make the entire CTA smaller? Do you want to make the image bigger? What do you want to do? Because I'm going to go in and change your top CTA, and then hopefully you'll see the effect, and you'll see whether it was the padding or the margin. So, Gerald, what do you want to achieve with your CTA? Just clarify that. Clarify what you want to do, and then I'll quickly jump in and have a look at it. But I need you to tell us, what do you want to do with it? You got to you got to change your your permalink. In the settings, Charlie, you got to go to custom one. Right, Gerald, all right, come out of it. I'm going to take over now, all right? Have you hit publish, Bo? Can you hit publish first? Can you hit publish? And then say you've hit publish. I'm just gonna give you a bit. Yeah, hold on. Just gotta give Charlie a bit of code. Not code. Right. Okay. I'm going in. Gerald. All right. So what you do, Charlie, is you go to custom structure, right, and you add. I think you add this in. Yeah, I think you add this in. So what would happen is you'd have something like you go to custom structure, right? Permalink, right? And the first part looks like that, and then at the end of it, in the space it gives you, you add that. I think that's what you do. No, it's not secret, Andrew. It's just it's a lot of work in progress for Gerald at the moment. Hey Raheem, can you come upstairs for a minute? No, I need to show you the logo and tell me what you like. Do you like it or not? I know you're going to say you don't like it. I know you're not going to like it, but I'm trying to think of what... Come in. I'm trying to think...
No.
Do you like it?
No.
I know you don't.
I thought that was a hacker symbol.
I will put a hacker symbol back in for you.
No.
Okay, fine.
No.
I knew you wouldn't like it.
Also, one quick thing, Serena said,
yeah.
When her cousins arrived, they said I'm allowed to go to a park with them and play football. Am I allowed? It's Serena and her cousins.
Who's gonna go?
I think her cousins.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, please.
What do you mean, please?
I think an adult might take us. Their cousin will take us.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Right, so Gerald, your problem, Gerald, is your images. Remember, I sent you in the direct messages. Your images are the wrong size for your call to action. So your image is a square image, okay? So to get that square image to fit, you've got to make your CTA taller. But if you want to make your CTA smaller, you've got to make your image horizontal. So you've got to think about placement. So if you want a thin CTA, your image has got to be like that. If you have an image which is like a square, you got square size, right? Square. To get that to fit, your CTA has to go like that. You have to go from that to that. So it's about your it's about your sizing of your images. So that's your number one problem with your images. You've got to think about your images and then think, right, how's it going to look? But let's just say, all right, let's just leave it as it is for now. Okay, let's just leave it as it is for now. Let me now go back onto your mobile view. So what you haven't done is set your margin on your column. So your column had 40 pixels. You have to take that off, number one. Number two, you need to then adjust the size of your text for your mobile. Again, you've not adjusted your sizing. So you can't use the same size as what you've got in the desktop, because that big size in the desktop, in the mobile, you've got to shrink it down. So that's the second thing you've got to do. Let me just shrink it down for you. And then you've got to change your image height. Let me just do that for you. Oops. You are going to struggle to make it. Again, it's your images. It's down to your images, Gerald. You are going to struggle. I mean, I'm just going to copy and paste the style. Boom. Boom. Right, so I've adjusted it for you. That's the best I can do for you on it, okay? I can't do any more than that, mainly because it's now going to depend on how you do your layout. So a lot of it depends on your images. Right, so Gerald, I've come out now, but you need to go in and have a look. But a lot of it depends on your images. Got me? Does that make sense, Gerald? By the way, it's okay to say no, it doesn't make sense. Well, no, your images are full on square, Gerald. But it's not... Okay, let me explain. Let me explain, right? Let me explain, everyone. Because Gerald, he's got a good question, but let me explain. Let me grab a pen. Right, okay, Gerald. Right. So, if that is the estate where I'm going to have my CTA. No, Gerald, you can't use that. 500 by 500, right? That's an example. I don't know what is your definitive size. It's like saying to me, just because I said my window is 2 meters by 2 meters, you go and create a window which is 2 meter by 2 meters. That is your estate. You know your estate. If you're going to have 3 CTAs, 1, 2, 3, you need to then work out the sizes. Then you need to decide how much of that CTA is going to be... One thing you've got to do, Gerald, is you've got to stop saying, I said this, I said that. Okay? Because if you look at this now, image, text, right? Once you know what your estate is, then you work out what your image is. Now, the square image might work. Or you've got to go for a more horizontal image. But that is determined by the estate and what you're using and what you're going for. So if your estate is very tall, square image might work well. If it's very narrow, you got to go for horizontal images then. And then it also depends on the amount of text you got. Little bit of text, maybe half image, half text. Lots of text, maybe it might be 25% image, 75% text. So what you have to do is, to be honest, Gerald, there's only so much me or anyone can do, because you're going to know how much text you're adding. You're going to know the size of your screen, how much estate you're using up. So, I mean, look, you got to be honest here now, really honest here, Gerald, okay? This kind of like designing the website, we'd be charging a lot more money for. So you've got to like kind of like formulate what is your estate and how big the image is. The 500 by 500 is for WooCommerce product images. That's for WooCommerce. So I would say take a step back and look at your estate. Look at how much is going to be your CTA. So here's your page, and this bit of the page is your CTA. How much is the image? How much is the text? Exactly what Melissa says. The image will depend on your text. So I would say, now that you want a narrower CTA, you now have to have a narrower image. But then you got to think. You got to think here. Are you going to have the same image on your desktop or your mobile? I'm just going to jump back into your website again just to double check something actually. I've just remembered. Raheem, what's wrong? My son's making these weird noises downstairs. They're going, ugh, ugh. Don't know why he's making noises. So the problem with the CTA, obviously, is the image you pick for your CTA, okay, it's going to be the same image that you have in your mobile as well. So if you have a smaller image in the mobile, you're going to have that same size image in relation to the desktop. But this is where you think about placement. So if you have an image, okay, here's a horizontal image, okay, right? Horizontal image, right, with a person. If you've got a horizontal image, but in the desktop you want it to be more square, you then adjust the height and you make sure it does like a fill effect like this. Like that. It'll do that. And then in the mobile, it will go back to that. But you will get there with a bit of experimentation. And that's why I said you got to get that one CTA spot on. Right, one of them spot on, and then you do the others, or you imitate the style, then you do the slides. But what you've got to get right is the state and the sizing. Yeah, it's like Cluedo, isn't it? So Melissa, that's my Cluedo image. But that's what you need to do there with that. So I'm coming out of it now. Colonel Mustard! Miss Scarlet, Professor Plum, Miss Peacock, Miss White, Reverend Green. Missing one, aren't we? Colonel Mustard. No, we got it. Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum. Yeah, that's it. Colonel Mustard, Professor Plum, Reverend Green, Miss White, Miss Scarlet, Miss Peacock. Yep, take care, Mark. Mrs. Peacock. You know, I did wonder. I think you're right. Yeah, Mrs. Peacock. Yeah, take care, David. I'm just checking the time all, and we've been live. Yeah, we'll give it 6 more minutes. Because I do have to sort out my son's logo here, because it's stopping me from getting on with my own work at the moment. Which sounds really weird, because it shouldn't stop me, but it is. It's actually stopping me get on with my own work. No, Gerald, don't worry yet. Just take a break and just work on one CTA, the images, the context, the wording. Get that right. Then you do the other two. Then work on your slide. Gerald, it doesn't matter about how many images you have. So the number of images you have is immaterial. It's more about what you have to do to get it to work or to what you're trying to achieve. So you could have one image, 20 images, 3,000 images, but it's all about how do they need to look to work with what your presentation is. Oh dear, scope is creeping. That is the thing um that's when things start to get dangerous, right, Andrew? You know when scope creep kicks in. That's the bit where it just the fun starts to kind of like, dissipate, if that is a good word to use. And the way clients just kind of go, yeah, just do that, just do that. Oh, it's easy for you, innit? And you kind of go, no, it's not, because we've already done so much. And if you had told us in the first place you wanted that, we would have done that. So yeah, Gerald, carrying on from Melissa says, the number of images is slightly irrelevant. It's more about, a lot more of it is about what are you trying to achieve, and in how it looks, what you're trying to do. Oh no, you know what? When clients do that and they go, "Oh, I saw this on a website. You know what it is?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." I go, "No, I don't." I says, "Have you asked them how they did that?" And the client goes, "Can't you do that?" I go, "No, because you're not paying me to email and call up other companies and ask how they did it." You know, it's like and then the analogy I use with my clients. Let me give you the analogy. I say to them, how would you feel if like you worked in say BMW and I drove my car in and I said, hey, I just saw a Lamborghini. Can you copy that? You're a car dealer. You've got mechanics. You make cars. You've won awards. I just saw a Lamborghini Diablo. Can you do that to my BMW? What would the car dealer say to you? Think of that analogy right now. What would the car dealer, BMW, say to you? If you drove in a car, you bought it from them, they know you, you know them, you go, hey, I just saw a Lamborghini Diablo with the fly gull wings, whatever you want to call them, the whatever wing, whatever they're called. You know, I got all those wings, and I got the spoiler, and it's lovely, you know. Come on, you're a car dealer. You got 20 mechanics. Look at them. Look at them with the jeans hanging off their backsides. Look at those mechanics. Do it. Come on. Here's 10 grand. Do it. What is that BMW garage? The best BMW garage in the world. What are they going to say to you? Here's what they're going to say to you. They're going to go, come here. And you'll come over and they'll be like, stand there. And you're going to stand there. They're going to say, turn around. And they're going to go, boop, and flick you off the earth. Right? So you almost have to throw a bit of an analogy back and say, look, it's a bit like, you want a Lamborghini. We know it can be done, but you got to go to the Lamborghini garage. Or you got to pay to have a Lamborghini car. Yes, Chinaksh, that is true. That is actually very, very true. It will use a lot less. So I cannot deny that, definitely. But your speed also is affected by the way you've designed the website. So just because you got flex containers, if your website is super busy with sliders and carousels and big images, you haven't done WebP, you're still loading Google fonts, you're not doing local fonts, you've not optimized, all of this stuff, it doesn't matter if you're Flexbox container, your website will be slow. If you're with GoDaddy, you're screwed. If you're with GoDaddy, goodbye daddy, you're screwed, right? So Flexbox container will help you to a point, but there's so much more you've got to do. Think of it like this, yeah. I could give you a potato. I could give you the best potato in the world, Chinaksh. The best potato. But if you don't cut it and cook it, you're not having chips. So you want chips? Do the work. Don't you just love my analogies? I should dedicate a whole video to analogies. And the title for the video will be, Let's Waste Your Time. That'll be my clickbait. Let's waste your time. Oh, Atif, I get that. And you know what I say to them? I go, well, fine then, yeah. Oh, here's the best one. Someone said to me, I could do this myself, but I need you to do it. And when they told me what they wanted, I went, okay, so how would you have done it in Wix? And they were like, what? I go, you just said you could have done this yourself in Wix. How would you have done it? At which point they go, oh, well, I don't know if I can do it. I think I can do it. And you kind of go, well, don't say that then. Don't say I could if I had time. I could if I had time. Well, how would you do it then? I'm not asking you to do it, but if you had time, how would you do it? At which point they go, you know, kind of thing. They just die on you, innit, at that point. Did that really work? Did that work then, Charlie? Just do the recrawl. It's. So I've had a few 301s and all that come through, but when you look at the address coming through, you can almost tell that someone's mistyped. If you want to stop Rank Math from doing an author sitemap, Charlie, you got to go. It's one of the settings. I think it's Rank Math general settings. Sitemaps. One of the settings there, and then there's author. You untick it. Untick it. Untick it. Melissa, never ever build a website for your partner. Worst mistake you'll make. Like my best friend, I started building them a website 2 years ago. They never ever make a decision or give me what they want. And whenever they raised a subject, I change the subject I change it into topic. I go, I don't want to talk about it. Because they're like, oh, how's my website going? And I'm like, you haven't given me the stuff. Like they want testimonials. I'm like, well, where's your testimonial? How can I do a testimonial if you don't give me the testimonial? Really, Charlie? Are you sure? Are you sure, Charlie? Sorry to be a pain in the ass, Charlie. Go through every setting there is in rank math. I'm really sorry. Just go through every setting and just double check. But remember, Charlie, if there still is nothing ticked, just ask the Facebook group for rank math. Because normally you just have to tick it. Normally, I think there's 2 places it crops up in author from memory now. Oh, yeah, look, see what Dave has said. And good to see you again, Dave. Lady once said, my son can do the website, but he's just busy. So, again, the minute she says, I want and you're like, ooh, I'm not sure how to do that. Say to her, can you double check with your son how he would have done it? And see what she comes back with. Oh, I can't. My son is too busy. Oh, I don't want to trouble him. I don't want to stress him out. He's catching up on Netflix. Oh, what's your problem? You know, if they ever do that, they go, oh, I don't want to trouble him. I would high five them and hopefully slap the sense into them. You know? Ah, Melissa, you should have learnt the first time. Wives. When I saw you for the first time, my knees began to quiver, wither. Gurgle double double dee double double. Yeah, George, just looking at that email. So you sent a screenshot. So you know your screenshot, George? It's a screenshot of just an empty Google search. Are you saying use Google? George. Ah, it's right. Ah, where was it, Charlie? Charlie, where was it? Where was it, Charlie? Charlie, where was it? Come on, Charlie, where was it? Was it the sitemap bit then? Was it in there? Yes. I just remember it being there. But that's done it, that's done it. Yes, George. When I looked at your image, George, I was like this. Huh? I was like, huh? A long time ago, yeah, I have, yeah. I think that kind of website is probably going to be more important for where you're going, Charlie. Where you and Melissa are going. Right? Where you're heading. opportunities. I think that kind of website is good. If you know what I mean, hey? No, George. I tell you what, that's the beauty of when I do live chats, because it's connected by wire to my laptop. When I'm using my camera, my webcam, my iPhone, my iPhone is charged up. So the only time I never charge my iPhone ever, because it's charged up when I'm using this. So good. I never charge my phone ever. This charges up for me. No, George, it's gone. Can we all just send some love to George because his phone's died. The poor guy. Let's just send a bit of love to George. I don't wanna ever feel like I did that day. Take me to a place I know. I don't even know the words. I just know the tune. I don't wanna ever feel. Melissa, what kind of music does your husband play? So Melissa's husband is a musician. I want to know what music he plays. Raheem, I need you to check the logo. Come upstairs quickly. To the semiconductor. Hey, that's Crichton. Is that something Crichton would say out of Red Dwarf? The semiconductor factory in the sky. Rap, does he, Melissa? Ooh. When you say rap, though, what kind of rap? Fast rap, slow rap, Eminem rap, Dr. Dre rap, Snoop Dogg rap? What kind of rap are we talking about? Do you like that logo?
Mm-hmm.
Guys, can I just show you his T-shirt he did last night? He drew it. He wrote on it. Look. Rah, rah, Raheem.
Oh, that's so bad, my T-shirt is.
Look at that. Rah, rah, Raheem.
I know everyone would say this is bad.
Oh, yeah, Cypress, yeah. No, hold on. Is that his name? Sip Cypress. Is that his name? Because I've heard of a rapper called Cypress. Something Cypress. It's very Crichton-esque, isn't it? He'd say, like, the semiconductor. No, he goes, Mr. Lister, sir. Boney M. He's accepted the changes. Yeah, the little has accepted the changes, so I can crack on with doing his stupid cover art. So does he, like, out of curiosity here, Melissa, does he have like a so all right, I'm going to do a search for him, right? I'm going to do a search for him. Has he done many tracks? Has he got like he's done many tracks, got album, you know? Bald head glasses, yeah? Bald head glasses, is that right? Am I right there, Melissa? Bald head glasses? I used to love Boney M. Rah, rah, Rasputin had an affair with the Russian queen. Or what is it? Mar Baker. No, Mar Baker. How did that one go? That had a good tune to it. So let me just check now. My many friends use Elementor Pro. No! Chanaksh. No, 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 no. Do not. Do you love that, Melissa? Your husband, bald head glasses? Yes, that's the one. Bald head glasses. I saw someone with a bald head, but no glasses. No, that's not him. I saw someone with glasses, but no bald head. No, that's not him. Bald head glasses? Yeah. No. Chanaksh, don't use Elementor Pro nulled, alright? Invest in yourself and your company and what you're doing and stay safe. Right? Stay safe. Yeah. Look, Chanaksh, look, the way you got to do it, okay? Look, the way you got to do it is if you explain to your client you're going to be building with Elementor Pro because that's what you use. They then have to pay for the license. Either you have two choices: they buy the license themselves, fine, or as part of your maintenance package. So if they pay you whatever they pay you per month, per year, whatever. As part of that, you give them a license, but it's got to be a license that you've already got as part of an Elementor package. Oh dear. Was it really like, was it so burnt? Was it not burnt? Was it so cooked it was now crispy and curling? You know when you do bacon and you overcook it and it goes like this? It's like a face hugger from Alien. You know if you overcook bacon, it does this, innit? Like a face hugger. And then... Yeah, I mean, Melissa, you don't have to answer this, but at the moment or in the last year, how many websites have you built? Or how many do you think you might get in the next 12 months? So not 4 months, 12 months. Caramelized. Whoa, totally gone. Totally dead. Raheem, what's up? Who's at the park? Is anyone at the park, Raheem? Yeah, well, I've got to shut this live chat down anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to shut the live chat down in 2 minutes anyway. I don't know about you yet, but I think we have tons of fun whenever we do these, right? Don't you think? Raheem, you can come in if you want. So, why do you want to go park?
Oh, no, because I think Serena said it's like the park is like a long way away. I think the cousins...
Which park?
Like, it's like this park. I think the cousin said it's like 7 miles away or something. So I said, okay.
Raheem.
And so they said I can't come. And I said, okay, I don't mind.
Okay, Raheem, we're not going to go to any park that is 7 miles away.
No, but can we go to the park there?
The park there? Yeah.
I'm going to watch 2 minutes meeting because it shut down. Also, if you didn't know, my cat is down here.
Yeah, the cat is sleeping down there. Right here, actually. Right here. 7 miles away. No way are we going 7 miles away.
Oh, no. Or maybe it's more than 7 miles. I think it's 14 hours away. It said it would be 14 hours away.
14. Oh my god.
That's what I counted. I counted in 14 hours. Am I disturbing you?
No, you're not disturbing. I'm gonna shut down in a bit anyway. Yeah, Atif. Yeah. You know, like Atif says, yeah, never use Elementor Pro. Raheem, if you had to use like something to help you with your website, would you use the proper one or would you use one that might be illegal?
Use the proper one.
Yeah, use the proper one.
Because we can't use illegal stuff.
What happens if you use illegal stuff?
You like get sent to prison.
You get sent to prison. And what happens in prison?
You like they give whatever food you get, you have to eat.
Really?
It's like disgusting food.
Disgusting food in prison.
Like.
Have you been watching Shawshank Redemption?
No.
He has watched Shawshank Redemption, by the way. Do you remember the one where the guy climbed through the wall?
What one?
That guy, the prisoner. He climbed through the wall and escaped.
Yes.
Yeah. He has seen Shawshank Redemption. Well, he's only watched the last 15 minutes of it. And that was because that's the only bit I let him watch. Because he was like, oh, wow. This guy's escaping.
I tried it. My cat's trying to lick me.
All right, all right, everyone. I'm gonna sign off now, yeah, because I've got to sort him out.
Oh no, am I in trouble?
No, you're not in trouble. I'm just gonna sign.
Bye,
Well, I think you are in trouble because everyone here is now sad because I'm gonna shut the call down. So Melissa is saying her son would never watch a full movie like that. He's just about watching movies from start to finish now, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Moonlight.
Right, we're going to say goodbye, everyone. Okay,
Bye.
We'll see you all later. Bye. Camera's
Bye.
over there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Take care, everyone.